Welcome back, Hoover Cardinals, to the nest. You may not know it by the weather, but welcome to springtime. I'm Jesus Ledesma Hernandez. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we uncover Hoover's sleep habits, discovered an interesting garden, and checking on the tennis team. But first, it's Spirit Week. Here's your chance to show your Hoover pride. It is great to see all the sports jerseys today. Keep it going. Tomorrow, we'll get to wear Crocs or slides, and Friday is all about spring colors, according to your class. Freshman students wear whites, sophomores wear light blue, juniors wear pink, and seniors wear green. Thankfully, Friday should be 63 and sunny. Speaking of spring, next week is spring break. With 9 straight days off from school, what could you do with all that free time? The Nest provides insight, from free movies to walks in Balboa Park.
Hey Cardinals, the last week of March is spring break, and we're going to give you some ideas of what to do that's local and fun. Some activities you can do is walk around North Park and explore the many stores and restaurants. Outside of North Park, you can also go watch movies with your friends. Check out Scream 6 or Creed 3. During the spring break, there's plenty of time to go on a walk or hike at local parks and enjoy the environment, or just to get out of the house and do things. In North Park, we're going to show you an affordable boba shop and a nice place to sit down, enjoy the scenery, read, and purchase affordable books, as well as walking around North Park to admire the environment and show what you'd expect to see if you went there during your spring break.
Many of you have probably been in Little Italy or downtown, but have you ever heard of Harper's topiary garden? This garden is full of trimmed and shaped bushes on 3549 Union Street in front of Edna Harper's house. This garden was created by a couple who wanted to turn their front yard into an art masterpiece for tourists or anyone to see. Edna was inspired by many other gardens she has seen around the world, and by the movie Edward Scissorhands that was released in 1990 as a fantasy and romance film. Edward Scissorhands trimmed and shaped bushes into sculpture-like pieces of art. Based on the name Edna had wrote on a tree stump, Edna Scissorhands supports the concept of shaping the bushes. If it is a sunny day and you have no plans, Harper's topiary garden is definitely a place to visit.
What's up, Cardinals? This is what's going on this week.
Spring break is finally here. After Friday, March 24th, there is no school until April 3rd. What will you do this spring break?
Barrio Logan Vegan Food Pop-Up is a free event that showcases plant-based foods in SoCal. It's a great place to gather with your favorite people to enjoy food, drinks, and entertainment. They have music, are family-friendly, dogs are allowed, and has free parking. Sunday, March 25th from 12 to 4 p.m. at Mujeres Brewhouse on Julian Avenue.
Abnormal Nights Comedy proudly presents the first monthly comedy night at the historic Adams Avenue Theater. Doors open at 6:30. The show starts at 7:15. Come early for the best seating. It's a free stand-up comedy show, but reservations are required.
Thursday, March 23rd, starting at 2:30, Hervey Library on Voltaire Street will be screening Disney Pixar's Buzz Lightyear. Everyone is welcome.
Need a quiet escape to get homework done? YBH invites you to come crash at 3619 El Cajon Boulevard on April 3rd, open from 9 to 5 to get things done. They've got fast Wi-Fi, over 50 outlets to plug into, free coffee, beverages, and snacks, a print station, endless inspiration, good vibes, and it's free. The only thing you have to do is register.
April 2nd, around 3 p.m. in Vista North County, will be a secret concert presented by So Far. You'll see 2 or 3 short sets from incredible performers from all musical genres, and sometimes even spoken word, comedy, or dance. Address and artists are revealed 36 hours before. Visit the website on screen to get some tickets for you and your friends. Checking the website out will also inform you of many more concerts scheduled in the future.
University Heights Garden Club Spring Swap is on April 1st from 9 to 12 at the Trolley Barn Park on Adams Avenue. Come join the University Heights Garden Club for a spring garden swap event. Bring labeled seeds, seedlings, garden tools, fertilizer, and other garden-related supplies. All are welcome.
That's all for this week.
Many of us use vacations to catch up on sleep. But when it comes to sleep, Hoover students already know how vital rest is to health. But many still have trouble getting enough hours during a school week. The Nest investigates the dilemma and gives advice to our fellow Cardinals. Roughly 200 Hoover students have spoken out about their experiences in the Nest Sleep Inquiry. The inquiry was broadcasted in the beginning of March to Hoover students. Getting enough sleep each night may be a challenge or a breeze to any student. But what does Hoover say about sleep habits? According to the form, 60% of Hoover respondents described they had an average of 6 to 7 hours of sleep per night. Screen usage and academic activities are what influence students the most, heading to bed at around 10 to 11 p.m. To put it into perspective, teens should get around 8 to 10 hours of sleep, and even more if you do athletics, based from the CDC. Using screens and working late hours both reduce hours of sleep, causing ineffectiveness and burnout in the next day from the trade-off. There are some exceptions, but more often than not are students needing to apply more sleep in their nights. With enough sleep, academic and athletic performance improves, meaning students get more done in less time due to the body repairing itself through releasing essential minerals and hormones through deep sleep, described here in Apple's Health app. The consistency of great quality sleep is irreplaceable with health. So how can we get more of it? Here are a couple tips. 1. Regulate caffeine. The amount of hours the body takes to filter out a cup of coffee or a can of Red Bull is around 10 hours, and even small traces of caffeine can produce alertness in unwanted hours. So be wise and take into account 10 hours before bed to not consume caffeine. 2. Avoid big meals. Food stays in the stomach and digests for up to 3 hours, and digesting food produces energy for the body to use in the day. Producing energy in a period of restfulness may not be the best idea. 3. Keep the lights low. As a given fact, phone screens and bright bulbs produce light that stimulates the brain as if it's still daytime, which can reduce melatonin, the sleep hormone. The best way to keep effective sleep is to remove screens and bright lights an hour before bed. Use an eye mask if needed. With these small but workable tips, Hoover students can aid themselves with a right mind for a great day. Give them a try.
With the girls' season over and boys' tennis back on the courts, Coach Ping knows practice and preparation are keys to a successful season.
Well, the athletes get out of school and they have to make their way over here to Hoover High School. We share the tennis courts with them. So it takes a little bit for the students to get out here, but once they do, we just start with our basic warm-ups.
Tennis practices is Monday through Thursday after school at Hoover High School, working on skills to play a stronger game.
We do our basic drills, we start with our serve warm-ups, and it's a progression. We start at the net, work our way back, And then we do other specific drills that work on our forehand and anything that the players need to work on.
Along with getting a good workout, players also gain improvements in their mental game.
I am very confident, which is a very good skill because the game, in my opinion, starts before you're even on the court. So being confident and having your head straight is, well, very good. My name is Dominic Castro and I'm our singles 1 player.
Manuel Esparza and I play doubles 1.
Rosana Rodriguez, I play doubles number 3.
I personally believe that I work out and I actually come to practices every now and then. So I think naturally I am physically built.
Can you share 3 things that you have learned while being in tennis?
Good sportsmanship, teamwork, and determination.
I have a mean backhand. I'm bad at serving and good sportsmanship.
What do you believe to be one of your weaknesses, and what are you going to do to improve it?
I think, well, one of my weaknesses is not being quick enough, but a major one is that I hit the ball way too high usually. So I'm going to try to practice to get more topspin on the ball, which will help me have more control in the end.
I think one of my weaknesses is when things go bad, I lose confidence, and then I start getting even worse playing. But to improve it, I don't know, I just try to keep my head up and push through.
You don't need any skills whatsoever to play tennis here at Hoover. Just the willingness to come and try and to learn. So Hoover Tennis is always recruiting players.
This week's Nest, the boys volleyball team faced an intense home game against Montgomery High School. Yesterday, with them almost losing the match halfway throughout the game, Hoover managed to get the score, resulting with them winning with a score of 3-2. This Wednesday, Hoover expects an away game against San Isidro High School at 6 p.m. with another game this Friday against Cardinal High School at 5:30 p.m. That is it for this week's segment of sports. We hope to see you there.
Last week was Pi Day on March 14th. You know, Pi Day, 3.14. If you don't understand, ask your math teacher. Or ask these teachers who got pie in the face. Students paid to pie their favorite teachers to raise money and create a ton of fun for everyone in attendance. The newly built Sports Medicine Center near the 1100 building introduces a new curriculum for Hoover students. Ms. Villa explains more on the Red Couch.
Welcome back, Cardinals. This is Red Couch Conversations, and I'm here today with
Miss Villa.
All right, Miss Villa, tell me a little bit about yourself before we start the interview today.
Hi, my name is Miss Villa. I'm a Health Academy teacher. I teach a CCTE course called Sports Medicine 1-2 and Sports Medicine 3-4.
And what's your role within the academy?
Well, in the academy, I teach 2 courses right now. I'm a half-time teacher, and I teach a Sports Medicine class 1-2, which is a beginner sports medicine class, and then an advanced sports medicine class. Sports medicine is a branch of the medical field that deals with the physically active population, and we help people who are ill and injured. Specifically, I'm going to do things like prevent, assess, diagnose, treat, and rehabilitate and return to play people from injuries or illnesses.
So I want to ask you a little bit about the new building, and I wanted to ask you about the construction going on for the new sports medicine building. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Oh, we are so excited. Both athletics and academics are so excited to have this room because I'm going to be teaching in the space. It's going to have a classroom setting as well as a lab that we're going to use to teach people who want to go in the health academy, anything about sports medicine. So I teach first aid, CPR, how to identify, treat, and help with injuries. And I think it's going to be great for anybody who's interested in physical medicine, including nursing or EMTs or medical school, physical therapy kind of thing.
So how is this new building going to aid your instructions?
I'm so glad you asked. I think just having the additional space to have classroom instruction where we're learning and doing things like lecture, but then we also have a space to do labs, whether it's exercise physiology or how to evaluate injuries. We're going to have the space to do that. Not only that, but the California grant has provided us this funding to actually purchased some new and upcoming devices that's going to help us with everything we need for sports medicine treatment, evaluation, modalities, and return to play.
And when should students expect to use this building?
We're working really hard. Hoover and the district are working hard to make this happen. We know students are anticipating the space. We believe that it will be ready sometime in April or May this year.
Thank you, Ms. Avila, for joining me here on the Red Couch Conversations. That's all for today, Cardinals. HOO-RYDE!
HOO-RYDE!
Do you eat junk food on a daily? Here are some facts about junk food and the effects in eating them. Junk foods decrease energy and increase hunger sooner. Eating junk foods can lead to swelling in the part of the brain that has a major role in the memory. Junk foods can make you feel tired, bloated, and unable to concentrate. Tips: eat at least one piece of fruit every day. Only eat 3 to 4 servings of junk food a week. If you want some fresh produce to avoid eating junk food, visit the Hoover Market any day after school. New deliveries every first and third Tuesday of the month. We can make small changes that will have a big impact on our health.
Attention all seniors, the senior grad bash and prom are back on. Seniors this year have been excited for their grad bash celebration at Universal Studios Hollywood. Grad bash tickets are now $150, a sizable discount from the old $215 price. Contracts for the grad bash can be picked up in the front office from the ASB store or from Ms. Montanos' room. Once you have your permission slip, you can pay at the financial office every day after school until April 20th. As for prom, seniors will be spending a lovely evening at the San Diego Natural History Museum, El Prado, with the Royal Garden theme. Contracts can be picked up every day during lunch at the pop-up in front of the quad. Once you have your contract signed, tickets will be available for sale at the financial office after school starting April 10th. Tickets will be $65 on April 10th, $75 from April 10th to May 1st, $85 from May 2nd to May 10th, and $100 on the last day, May 11th. Make sure to have fun and be safe at the events, Cardinals.
CLNS News Entertainment Student Television.
Today we're going to be interviewing people and asking them who the most influential woman in their life is. Today we're honoring Women's History Month, and I'm here with
Andy Lee.
So, Andy Lee, tell me, who is the most influential woman in your life?
I would have to say my mother, because given she kind of raised me as a single parent after a certain section of my life, I've gotten to see how very different life is in terms of perspective now that, you know, both parents are not present. So seeing how she had her own troubles and worked through many different hardships, I can definitely see that she's just wanting what's best for me.
Wow, Cardinals, that was very inspiring. All right, Cardinals, I'm here with
Jaden.
All right, Jaden, the question for today is, who's the most influential woman in your life?
Probably my auntie, because she took care of me almost all my life.
All right, Cardinals, today I'm here with
Leona. All right, Leo, so who's the most influential woman in your life?
My mom and my aunt. My mom supports me throughout like everything I do, so.
And what about your aunt?
Same as well, and I've heard stories about them, and that really like it inspires me a lot.
All right, that's good to hear. Well, you heard it here, Cardinals. Make sure to give some love and appreciation to the women in your life, and don't forget to maybe even do something special for them.
And that is all for this week, Cardinals. We'll see you again in April. Enjoy your spring break. I'm Jesus Hernandez. HOO-RYDE.